Hi there, fellow entrepreneur. This is what you've been waiting for. Welcome to the first hands-on part of this course, where I teach you the idea validation framework so you can use it to validate your ideas. As I don't know what your idea is, I will use some examples and work on a concrete idea to show you how the framework is used. And to ensure that you've understood the methods in this framework, there will be some assignments for you to complete at the end. Now, let's get started. I get contacted by people who want to talk about ideas pretty much every day, and the common denominator of most pitches is that it is far too long. It is unclear. It does not focus well enough on the essence of the idea. It is usually explained in too much detail. It gets sprinkled with extra features and stardust to make sure it comes across as grand and amazing and huge and elaborate. You know what I mean. So in this first part of the framework, I want to teach you how to focus on the core value of your idea so that you can pitch it in the format that we require in the idea validation framework. The logic is pretty simple. If you can't explain your idea in one short sentence, how do you expect your customers to understand what it is, and even more so, buy it from you? Explaining an idea in this short format is not the same as having a long sales pitch. In fact, your idea shouldn't require a complex sales pitch, even if your idea happens to be a complex multi-stakeholder B2B marketplace solution with typical chicken and egg challenges. We will get into such challenges later, but now we have to learn to explain our idea in one sentence. If you excel at this part, chances are you won't have to engage in lengthy sales processes. I've done it many times, sold complex things and failed most of the time precisely because I couldn't explain the core value of my idea. Here I will use several well-known products and services and add some new ideas, and to the best of my ability I will show you how I would have pitched or explained in the shortest possible way what the idea actually is all about in the format we require in our framework. iPod, a music player with 1 million songs in your pocket. Now, when the iPod was launched, it wasn't the first MP3 player. Not the first digital music device. It wasn't the smallest, and it had a lot of dependency, like requiring you to have a computer, iTunes install, an Apple account, and a connected credit card, having to buy songs on the computer, and then sync it with a cable to the iPod, and so on and so forth. But the core value of the idea for the iPod is well explained and understood by you, me, and the target audience from this simple idea description. iPod. A music player with 1 million songs in your pocket. And this is a great example of how we need to explain our idea in one sentence. Here are some more examples for you. Spotify, an app for all music and podcasts. eBay, buy and sell new and used items online. PayPal, pay and get paid with your email address. Facebook, stay in touch with friends, family, and brands online. Woof, beer for dogs. Ping Pang, a virtual agent that handles your LinkedIn messages. Now, as you can see, the format is extremely short, focusing on the simplest and most concrete way we can summarize what the idea really is. It is always tempting as an idea creator to elaborate, and here is an example of how this quickly could go sideways. Ping Pang. So this is an artificial intelligence large language model based virtual assistant application that connects to your LinkedIn profile via the LinkedIn Premium exposed APIs, premium subscription required. The application acts as your virtual assistant and will analyze all incoming messages, respond according to your preferences, and alert you to follow up on the messages deemed important. The virtual assistant has a web-based administrative interface where you can set your preferences and teach the assistant to work the way you want it to work. Or the right way. Ping Pang, a virtual agent that handles your LinkedIn messages. To validate an idea, as you will learn in this course, we don't need to figure out all the details beforehand. This is because we first need to know if the idea is the right idea for the market. We will quickly stumble upon details that may require more research, problem solving, and competent execution. But remember, we validate first and build afterwards. So the only thing we care about at this point is what is the idea in its simplest form, focusing on the core value so that the potential customer gets it. So now it's your turn. You simply have to try and then try again and focus on the easiest way you can bring forward the core value of your idea. I have years of training to condense and distill complex concepts into simple sentences that defines an idea. And a good way to do this is to take well-known products and services, the existing ideas of others, and then try to create that one sentence for such ideas. So that concludes this section. Now you should complete the task so that you are comfortable using the skill for your own idea.